Okay, good evening, students. Our next topic is mobile applications or mobile apps. So, what are mobile apps? So, how we can define mobile apps or mobile applications? So, mobile apps is a piece of program intended to run on a mobile device or tablet. So, using any computer language, you can write some program that will act as a application on your mobile or tablet device. So, mobile apps were in the beginning planned for productivity assistance such as email, calendar, and contact database. But the public demand for apps caused rapid expansion into other areas such as mobile games, factory automation, GPS, and location based services, order tracking, and ticket reservation, so that there are number of millions of apps available. Mobile apps are normally downloaded from application distribution platform which are operated by the owners of mobile operating system such as App Store and Google Play Store. Okay. So nowadays mobile apps are made for every purpose, from gaming to books or some e-commerce applications, or we can say some GPS system application, or to order something online. So a lot of applications are made for mobile and tablets. So you can directly download this from Play Store or Apple Store. So where you find all kind of apps for that particular operating system. Okay. In Play Store you will get the application for Android devices, and for iOS devices or iOS operating system you get applications from uh, Apple's App Store, iOS App Store, you can say. Okay. So mobile applications are nothing but a collection of programs to perform some task. Okay. So there are a number of government services that can be uh, accessed through mobile applications. No need to go to government offices to access those services. You just download the application in your mobile and you can access it. So you have some applications: Bharat interface for money transfer, uh, interface for money transfer, my gov app, IRCTC connect app, DigiLocker, water helpline, GARV app, M passport seva app, online RTI app. So Bharat interface for money app, that is called as Bhim. So in this application you first connect your application or your account to this application, bank account to this application, and after connecting your mobile Bhim application to your bank account, you can transfer money to any mobile number or to any customer. Okay. So it is developed by National Payments Corporation of India, NPCI, and it is named after Bhimrao Ambedkar. So it is used to perform e-payments. Okay. So in this you can perform transactions, you can do cashless transactions, Okay, suppose you want to book a train ticket, so you can make payment through Bhim application. Okay, so a lot of options are there. So you can recharge your mobile. Okay, you can send money to your friend or for some purpose. Okay, so it is e-transaction, or we can say money transfer system through mobile. So key features of these applications are support all banks that use the app and built over the immediate payments infrastructure. Okay, so most of banks use this UPI platform for online transactions, allow instant money transfer between two bank accounts. You can transfer money to two bank accounts, okay, through this application. You can transfer money using mobile number or UPI address. Okay, if you know the UPI address, you can transfer money to any other account. Okay, currently a maximum of 10,000 rupees per transaction is allowed. So maximum transfer you can do is of amount 10,000 only in one transaction or in one day. Okay, so there is limit in amount transaction in rupees. The app will soon be linked with Aadhaar card for identification and security purpose. So app will be linked with your Aadhaar card for any security reason. Okay. My GOV app, founded by Government of India to promote active participation of Indian citizens in country's development and uh, plans. So users shall be allowed to discuss and contribute to various government projects and plans. So using my GOV app, you can participate in different projects or plans uh, which are government is executing. So you can put your ideas or your suggestions to government on this app. So Indian citizens can participate and discuss their own suggestions to government. So key features of this are user can log in and share their suggestion, feedbacks and ideas with central ministries. So you with the central government you can share your ideas or your suggestions, feedbacks to government. Users can also join discussions, take polls and form groups around topic of interest. Okay, so users can take participation in discussions, can form groups on particular topic of particular ministry. Okay, so this is a platform for citizen of India. Next application is IRCTC Rail Connect. Using this application, user or a passenger can book their tickets. They can search for trains. They can view and cancel tickets. The app retains recently added passenger details. Okay, if you are booking a ticket from one source to other source, and if you enter some passenger detail, then it will retain for next transaction, for next booking. New users can register from the app directly. You can register if you are a new user to application. you can register on app and you can use it. Okay, it is also alert you for upcoming journeys. So when you book your ticket, your transaction is complete, your ticket is generated, and it will intimate you when your journey will on which date. So it gives provide you or send you messages on your mobile that this is your train number, this is the journey date, and this is the coach number and your seat number. Okay, so using IRCTC you can book tickets for trains from any source to any destination. So instead of going to railway stations on counters, you can directly do it through your mobile application. So you need some your mobile number, and you must have some transaction means by card or by Bheem app or by other application like Phone Pay or Google Pay. है ना? So using this application, you can book tickets on your IRCTC Rail Connect app. So next application is DigiLocker. So in this you can store your documents, important government documents or related to your family or your career. You can store your certificates also on DigiLocker. So it is the digital way of storing your documents. So in this you just upload your document to DigiLocker, and whenever where you want you can access it. So this is also operated by Government of India, enables Indian citizens to store certain official documents on the cloud. So a cloud or storage or server is there of government. It stores all the documents. So user can store PAN card, educational certificates, driving license, vehicle ownership documents, and some other documents. So you can store this kind of documents to digital locker app. Aadhaar card you can store there. Okay. Voter helpline app. This app is built to provide a single platform for service and information delivery to voters across the country. So, in any part of India, any voter want to know the name, his information about his electoral uh, name and all. So, using this app, she can find out the all the details related to voting rights. Okay, which candidates are going to appear in the poll. Okay, uh, polling officers can access this app. So this is helpful for election time or for voter ID. So in this you can do it have certain features. Electoral search, any citizen can search its voter name, okay, and voter ID number. You can register your new voter ID or voter card. If you are want to shift your constituency, if you are want to change your name from one constituency to other, then you can do on this app. It also have features for overseas voters, those are out of country. Deletion or objection in the electoral roll, correction of entries and transportation within assembly. So if you have anything objection regarding your information, you can correct it. uh, okay, so these are the facilities in app. by app you can access and edit. You can register complaint related to electoral services. It is written wrong there. Electoral services and its disposal status. So whatever related to our election, you can complain it about. Okay. So you can ask questions about voter election, EVM machines, about results. So you can find frequently asked question on this app. Services and resources for voters and electoral officers. So those who are involved in election as a officer or voters or election schedule in your area, you also can find on which date, on which booth the election will be going on. You can find that information from this app. You can find the profiles of candidates appearing for election. You can find their statement, assets, and their criminal cases also. So find the polling officials and call them. You can also find different polling officials, those who are involved in your election. So like DLO, ERO, DEO, CEO. So these are the officers post which are involved in executing election at the time of election. Okay. So download the list of contesting candidate in PDF format. You can download the list of candidates, which candidates are appearing or going to appear in the election. So you can find their names in PDF format through this app. Okay. Okay, next application is about GARV application or Gramin Vidyutikaran app. So using this app, anyone can track the progress of rural electrification in India through a real-time dashboard. So if you want to take track of electrification in Indian villages, you can see this app and you can find the real status of progress of electrification in India. Uh, so different reports are shared by uh, authorities on this app of the progress of electrification. Using this app you can find out. So this is useful for those who want to know about the progress of electrification in India or for officials which are involved in this projects. So key features of this app are: user can see the total number of unelectrified villages on the dashboard. So how much villages are still remaining without electricity, you can find there. They can also see which villages will be electrified next. You can see the list of villages which are going to be electrified in coming days. You can progress status of a particular village can also be checked using the app. So progress of a particular village can be checked on this app also. Next application of government is M Passport Seva. So for going to other countries, you need passport and visa. So this is the service provided by government. So they built a application, mobile application. So Passport Seva project being executed by Consular Passport and Visa Division of Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. So this application is made by Ministry of External Affairs. Okay, those are involved in uh, international activities or in foreign relationship. So all passport related services to Indian citizen in a speedy, convenient and transparent manner. So on this app you can apply for passport services. So Indian citizens can apply and they will get their passport from this app. So the website is also given here, passportindia.gov.in. So using this you can create your passport. So some features are there. Users can search for nearby passport seva kendra or district passport sale in a district. So you can find it in your app. This search can also be done using pin codes. Users can search for station too. So you can also use pin codes of your area or police stations too. Okay. So when in the process of making your passport, you need to verify your profile from nearby police station. So it will show on this application. The app has inbuilt free calculator that computes the fees to be paid along with the application. So we how much amount of fees is required to make your passport as per different categories are there. If you want to make your passport in urgent, then some extra charge will be there. If you want after 1 month, then some lesser charge will be applied. Okay. So the application status can be tracked through the app by providing the file number and date of birth. Okay. So you can track after applying, you can track your passport application and the progress of when your passport will be issued to you. You can check it on M Passport Seva app. The next application is online RTI app or file RTI online. So RTI means Right to Information Act allows any Indian citizen to get information from the government. If any citizen want to find the information about particular government office or about government activities, so he can file RTI. So RTI Act is applicable to 29 states and 8 union territories. So in these territories or states, you can file a RTI to get information. RTI can be used to get any information recorded with any government office. Using this app, you can file RTI application directly from your Android device. Okay, so you can file RTI and you will get the information on the portal. So in this RTI application app, you can find about the projects or fund utilization of by government, how much money is used in which project and where they spent money. Okay, so you can find using filing a RTI on this app. So these are the different applications developed by government for different services of government. so you can use them for this purpose. So thank you, we will continue in next lecture.